innovation for current and emerging challenges and opportunities under COVID-19 pandemic. I would like so much to appreciate the National Council for Higher Education for having come up with this theme. It is so good, and it has given us that opportunity to share in this exhibition. Again, something I wanted to mention about the management. I would like to thank so much our Vice Chancellor, Professor Kakembo Vincent, for giving us this opportunity to practice practically, school practice online using our Odero system. Odero means open distance e-learning, and we have been able to embrace it. We thank him so much for the effort he has really put in to make sure that Mutesa the First is continuing to grow and develop. I also thank the other managers, our Deputy Vice Chancellor, for being there for us also in trying to guide here and there and guiding us as fellow managers to improve. We appreciate his effort. Our academic registrar, the marketing manager, and everybody who has participated in making sure that Mutesa the First is moving forward. Thank you so much. I'm Dr. Agnes Nabachibi from Mutesa the First University, Faculty of Education. At Mutesa the First University, we have the following programs in Faculty of Education, and these include the following: Bachelor of Vocational Education. We have Bachelor of Arts with Education, Bachelor of Education with ICT, Diploma in Secondary Education, that is on regular program. Those ones who come direct from Senior 6 and they join the university. Then we also have in-service programs for those who are upgrading from one level to another level. In this we have Bachelor of Business Education, that is an in-service program. Bachelor of Education, Primary.
My name is Rupago Rashid, lecturer from Department of Professional Studies, which are very essential or very crucial in putting teachers in the right position, especially understanding the differences between professionalism and other careers. It's now the culture, the contemporary culture. And Mutesa University is embracing it successfully. I thank everybody who has tried to put everything into practice. Our teachers are being helped to understand that online teaching is not a problem. Online teaching is an innovation. We are trying to create new citizens who can share using social platforms, online platforms, Zoom, Odell, WhatsApp, and others. So I'm happy that our students in practice are implementing each and everything. And we tried to develop different models to help our student teachers do the needful. For example, we have tried to practice the TPAC model, TPAC theory. This theory is very important in relating the concepts because it has concepts, and the initiators helped a lot. Schulman initiated this theory, and other philosophers also supplemented, like Kohela, Mishira. They tried to look at the content knowledge, the pedagogical knowledge, the technological knowledge. So we are trying also to let our teachers understand that you must relate these concepts. We have the question of what and how. Our teachers are trained to disseminate content or are taught to use systems which will help them understand the dilemmas in the profession and even understand how they can discover their strengths and weaknesses. So this theory is very crucial in helping these teachers understand that distance learning is not a problem, but implementing it is a way to success. So we are also trying to cope up with community of practice theory by Lever and Wenger, 1991, to let our teachers understand that interaction is a source of learning. But because of the pandemic, you can interact through online or via online. We use the techniques, understand that the physicality differs from online situation, but you can use this theory to differentiate the individuals, differentiate the techniques, differentiate. That's why we embrace what we call a learner-centered way, learner-centered system. And our students are now okay with the system, whereby we always inculcate our student teachers to conceptualize the importance of learning from a student and learning from a teacher. The two help each other. So community practice will help to show that teachers learn from students and vice versa, because learning is endless. So I thank our teachers who have tried to cope up with the situation, although there are certain challenges, of course, gadgets, internet, and other challenges worldwide, not only at Mutesa or university. But we may not cry every time. We have to get solutions for each and everything. So I'm very, I thank our King, Ssaabasajja Kabaka, for helping the institution. Ssaabasajja Kabaka ayambye nnyo okuyamba okutambuza Mutesa no ku mutindo. Ssaabasajja Ronald Muwenda Mutebi tweyanza. Because now students can understand that this is a new culture because of innovation we have. Let's forget challenges and we move forward. Always our Katikkiro of Uganda, Oweekitiibwa Charles Peter Mayiga, on a daily basis states that don't overcry, but look for solutions. Now we don't have challenges. We pretend they're not there because we focus. We focus to create a good teacher, to create a promising teacher, to create a good mother, a father of this nation, this country. Thank you very much. May God bless you. We are waiting students, different courses, diplomas, degrees, and soon something is coming. Thank you very much. May God bless you. I remain Lukwago Rashid, lecturer, professional education.
Good afternoon, my dear students. My name is Mugab Bashar. I'm here to have some interaction with you concerning different ideas. This is Mutesa University. We are having what we call a virtual presentation, and we are aimed at having what we call system that upgrades in one or the other. We are conducting new curriculum for Senior 1 and Senior 2 online using what we call Odea platform. However much we're having many challenges, but we cannot be down because of such. Remember, every problem is having what we call a solution. For today, we shall be having a simple topic concerning tourism. I need many and I need various ideas coming from you. I will not be having, or I will not be one talking. I need many ideas coming from you to have some interaction with you. Therefore, my dear students, we shall be having a topic concerning tourism, or we shall be discussing a topic concerning tourism in Uganda. First of all, I think, my dear students, you are seeing different pictures down there, illustrations. I think you are seeing them there, and such illustrations will be given to you, and I think you are seeing them. Let us first put much attention on illustration 1 or picture 1. My dear students, what are we seeing? What can be given? With your own thinking, what can you bring out? What are you seeing with picture 1 or illustration 1? I need different ideas from you, and then you have what we call an interaction. My dear students, I need your ideas. I think you are seeing illustration 1. Soga Gabriel, I think you are seeing it. Dokoda Sidais, I think you are seeing it. Namugwanya Rashida, Kenya Mark, I think you are attending and are so attentive concerning this. I need different ideas concerning this, and then you have some small interaction. So, my dear students, thank you very much for the idea. For picture 1, you've told me we are having what you call wildlife. That wildlife, thank you very much. It's so much, it's an economic activity. Why? This is because we earn so much, and then we use that money to develop other sectors like transport. You talk about communication, you talk about education and others. Because of such wildlife animals that you're seeing, grass there, it is an economic activity, and we put it all grade it into what you call tourism. My dear students, let us also put the attention. The second version, or the second illustration, I think you're seeing some water there, and then some grassland around. All together? I need your participation. What are you seeing? As your student, what are you seeing? Nachimo Shalina, I think you're seeing me. We're having the second illustration or picture. You're seeing that water, grassland. What economic activities can we give there? So, in one or the other, we are having many economic activities that can be got there. Okay. Bukenya Mark, thank you with that. We're having what you call a crater lake. Crater lake. We're having many activities. Income can be got there. Sometimes even you can take it as mining. Are we together? So because of that, we use that in money to develop other sectors, as I told you in the illustration 1 or picture 1. Picture 1. For example, you can talk about mining. You can talk about developing other sectors like infrastructure. We talk about education. We talk about any other altogether. Therefore, because of that, thank you very much for your own answer or response. Let us go to picture 3. I think we're seeing a car there. In the same way, seeing what we call different trees. All together. Therefore, I think you're seeing a car there. You're seeing some animals. With that, what can you give us? What is your own opinion? What idea can you give out? Oh, what is that economic activity that can be exhibited? Bukenya Mark, I'm waiting for your contribution. Bukenya, I'm seeing Sherina. I need your different ideas. Are we together? Okay. Lukoda Sudai, thank you very much. Thank you very much with that. At the same time, we're seeing what's called wildlife. Wildlife is very good. Are we together? We are taking it as an economic activity that can be got out. As I told you in picture 1, illustration 1. As I told you in illustration 1, that we're seeing what's called wildlife. We get various income or money, and we develop other sectors, like I talk about infrastructure, education, and others. Even sometimes people go there for only just hangouts. Remember, other people even come from outside. They come in Uganda for only the purpose of seeing such things, and they observe. I talk about outside the countries. They have a lot. We talk about they have what we call technology. They have a lot technology. They have many things, many industries. But since we are proud of our country, Uganda, that's why we are seeing such wildlife. They come from abroad, and then they come for the main objective or purpose of only seeing that. Therefore, I cannot live alone to embrace our dear country called Uganda because of such things like wildlife. Lukoda Sudais, I need your contribution. Gabriel, I need to hear something from you. Kagwa, you're so quiet. Budonji Angela, please, I need your contribution, my dear. And then I talk about Namugwanya, Rashida, and others. Please, we develop that in one or the other. Furthermore, I think we're seeing the last illustration or picture. We're seeing some water there. We're seeing some jerrycan. People are getting water. With your own opinion and idea, what do we get into our mind? What can you get out of that seeing a picture and then water? Sherina, please, and Gabriel, would not need someone to be keeping quiet. Please say something. Okay, thank you very much. That is what we can take it as afforestation. Remember, if I talk about afforestation, it's the opposite of deforestation. It is having various effects. Remember, after having deforestation, the cutting down of trees, remember, it is having many effects, like what you call drought and then others. Altogether. Therefore, the last illustration can be taken as afforestation. Remember, afforestation is having many importance that, as you can hear. For example, if I talk about afforestation, is the planting of various trees, but you're seeing getting of water and then using it for other things like irrigation and then others. Therefore, with that, with the last illustration, what can be got out? My dear senior tools, I think you've seen different illustrations. Illustration 1, illustration 2, illustration 3, then 5, wildlife, and others. Can you help us and give us some of the ideas? I'm giving you like something minutes to give us different ideas concerning such illustrations. And remember, why am I giving? I'm not giving hard time, but remember this is student-centered system. Thank you very much. My dear students, the time given to you, I think, is enough. I thank you very much. I'm seeing different ideas here being given, different points. Sherina, thank you very much. I'm seeing a point here concerning government policy. For the government policy, thank you very much. For further explanation for that, if I talk about government policy, I'm meaning the government giving the hand and the subsidies. For example, sometimes they can give us something and then we develop the sector to match. For local students, thank you very much for the idea. I'm seeing capital. Availability of capital. We cannot have anything, nothing can work without capital. If I talk about capital, I'm meaning money. Altogether, capital is used to give, to pay the labor or give money to others who work in the system or in the sector. Altogether, Gabriel, once again, thank you very much for your point and idea. It is very quick and so summarizing. I talk about labor, availability of labor. That sector cannot work or cannot be there without labor. Labor are meaning people who are working there altogether. Therefore, I thank you very much for your idea. Furthermore, I cannot leave alone talk about Rashida for your dear idea or point concerning what you call government intervention. If I talk about government intervention, it's like allowing the sector to go on. If the government intervenes, like not allowing the sector to go on, therefore we are seeing what you call negativity in the sector. Thank you very much for their ideas, my dear students, Lokoda, Felistan, Sobugam, Nakagwa, and all others altogether. Therefore, for this time, I'm going to leave you the question. Next time for the next lesson, I will be coming again, and then I mark it altogether. With that, for that, I'm to leave a question, and this question says, apart from the tourism sector, can you give us other sectors? There's so much development in the country, leaving alone the tourism sector altogether. With that, I thank you very much for giving me attention. I remain Mughlab Bashar, your teacher. We shall meet next time.
Hello, Bashar. Hello. Can you hear me?
Hello. Yes, I'm hearing you.
Oh, thank you very much for that wonderful presentation. And as a teacher in making, I'm seeing some signs of professionalism. I would like to engage you in some few features and some few characteristics I want you to implement. This is online engagement. It is not the physical one we normally know. And I thank you for really showing some techniques. But how do you show positive reinforcement? How do you show it so that you encourage your students to participate?
Yes.
How do you implement positive reinforcement? How do you do that? How do you encourage your students to participate?
The way I encourage my students to participate, first of all, I encourage them to do well. Even sometimes I give positive response to them.
Okay.
It encourages them to participate so much.
Okay. And I know there are certain students who do not want to participate. How do you encourage them? Because we use positive reinforcement to encourage, yes. But there are certain students who wish the others to participate. And as a teacher, you are the one to identify. Because your work is not to inculcate, is not to force. Students are also teachers because we learn from them. But there are those who sometimes they just keep quiet. So as a teacher, how do you identify a student online, maybe to encourage such a student also look like others in terms of bringing new ideas?
The way
Yes, Bashar?
Bring them back to class. Because the interpretation of that, sometimes the students always keep quiet.
Hello?
Hello?
Bashar?
Hello? Sometimes they keep quiet, and sometimes they cannot have a response. The way I make them to attend or to participate in different ideas, first of all, I encourage them. In the same way, I monitor around. I do not allow them to always keep quiet. In the same way, sometimes if they keep quiet, sometimes they need some fun and to go outside class, and then you bring them back into proper way.
What is important in life? You have to relate, or you have to create different relationships. For example, content, pedagogical relationships, content, technological relationships, because you are the one to create the environment. And online practice is not a war. You remain free. Use the environment. You can control your students by using techniques. For example, I know very well there is what we call unmute and mute. When you see some students who have not unmuted, tell them to mute. These are the usual practices you can even show physically or when online. So the only difference between using online and the physical way is just the physicality. You are not seeing them. So you are not with them physically, but you are with them mentally, intellectually. They are debating. So if you can even use learner-centered through calling the names. You call them, tell them, yes, Nachiguri, thank you very much. Yes, Nsubuga, may God bless you. Because we are teaching our fellow citizens. And in teaching and learning, you have to understand that a teacher is not a king in a class. A teacher is also a subject of learning. You can learn. So whenever students, or when students look at you as a facilitator, they participate. But when they look at you as a soldier, you are forcing, you are doing each and everything. They will see somebody, they will create a lion situation. They will look at somebody as a threatening factor. Then lastly, online invites group work. Their technology, you can use technology to create group discussions, even focus group discussions, because these students are actually your fellows. They are your fellow students. And you have to know, good teaching is good methodology, or good methodology is good teaching. Methodology we are employing here at Mutesa Memorial University is learner-centered. Understand question and answer techniques, understand discussion methods, understand role-play methods. Each of the you have actually exercised such. So thank you very much, my student. I expect that maybe by the time we finish this pandemic challenge, you will enter schools, you will go to many schools, you will be invited, you will interact, you will co-teach. But don't take online as a problematic journey. Online is the same as a physical way. The only difference is the distance. Thank you very much. May God bless you.
Thank you very much, my mentor, my teacher, for all of such. Once again, I thank my students for that attention. It is not easy. Sometimes they make noise, others they do not want. But coming online, I thank you very much for giving me attention. In the same way, I cannot go away without thanking the National Council for Higher Education for such a system. And I call upon other institutions to come and embrace this system because it's very easy and very evaluative. I remain Mugrab Bashar, Mutesa Memorial University, Faculty of Education, Year 3.
Yes, this is again Dean, Faculty of Education from Mutesa University. I think you have seen what we are doing via micro-teaching on the part of practical area in Faculty of Education to school practice. That's what we do, and we are training our students to embrace the sense-centered learning, which is encouraged by the Ministry of Education and Sports in Uganda, and it is encouraging teachers to embrace it because it is one way of creating an interaction between the teacher and the student, enabling them to find out from the field and be present to present what they can answer at the end of the day, such that at the end of the day we create job makers and not job seekers. So that's why you see the student has been involved by giving them a picture to see, to illustrate and find out the factors of tourism in Uganda. And the students were able to come up with those factors and was able to summarize. And I think at the end of that day, when an exam is being set, or someone is wanting to make any kind of farm under tourism, can never fail to come up with the factors of tourism in Uganda. And in that work, I think if we all embrace the student-centered learning, we shall be producing students who are able to think critically than thinking for them. Over and again, we've been using teacher-centered, but now this COVID-19 has really helped us to change, because it has been a challenge often. But now I thank so much National Council for Education for this kind of theme, and it has opened our eyes, and our students are now tuned to that. Thank you so much for listening to me. Thank you, Uganda. Thank you, everybody.